Hey guys, MikeMouse74 with a third channel. Not one, not two, but three YouTube channels. I am MikeMouse74 and this is Walt Disney Toy Reviews. Hello and welcome everybody to your first video review. We're going to be taking a look at Disney's Toy Story Power Blaster Buzz Lightyear talking action figure. This guy looks great. Get the try me button alongside the box. It says I talk with Power Blaster lights and SFX. Let's quickly take a look at the back. Alongside the box, you get a picture of Buzz Lightyear, and he says, "Thank you, I'm geared up and ready to protect the galaxy." Then he says, "Watch out, those Zerbots are everywhere." On the back, you get a picture of Buzz Lightyear holding his Power Blaster, and up here at the top, he says, "Thank you, I'm geared up and ready to protect the galaxy." And then over here, you get the voice sampler, which is these three buttons here. I'll show that a little bit later on during the review. Over here, you get the combat mode. Then you get the defense mode, Eat Power Blasters, Agent of Zurg. Down here you get the protection mode, Not to worry, you'll be safe behind the quantum energy shield. You also get the play mode, and he says, "I'm Buzz Lightyear, Power Blaster Protection Unit." It also shows you where the laser button is and the wing release button, so that's pretty cool. And finally, it says, "Snap on shield and blaster to Buzz's back as shown between missions." So without further ado, let's get this guy open and see what he's all about. Alright, so here we have Power Blaster Buzz Lightyear talking action figure, open it out of the box, and he looks awesome. So I just want to quickly show you some of the accessories that he comes with. So if you take a look down here, here are some of the accessories that you get. You get the Power Blaster with cable cord. This thing looks pretty cool actually, and I'll show you how to put that on a little bit later. You get the This is actually just a backpack cover you can put on the back of Buzz Lightyear. There's a couple of pegs here, and one right there, and a couple of peg holes on the back. Like I said, I'll show you how to put that on. And it also comes with a pretty cool blue translucent quantum energy shield. You can actually make them hold the shield. There's a handle here. You just push it. It is movable, so you can move the handle out and you can push it back in. And you can also store the energy shield on the backpack cover. There's a peg here, a peg there, and one right there. And on the backpack cover, there's three peg holes, one there, and one right there. And I'll show you how to do this a little bit later on. You just peg it on like that. And you can also take the Power Blaster, I'm sorry, hang on, and take the energy shield, wrong thing. Take the energy shield, and there's two holes, one right there and one right there. And take the Power Blaster and plug it in just like that. And I'll show you how to do that all a little bit later on. Okay, to put the backpack cover on, again, it's really simple. There's a couple of pegs here and one right there. And again, there's a peg hole here and one right there. And really all you have to do is just kind of line it up and give it a good press. And there you have it. And just make sure... And he does obviously make noise, so just give it a good press and make sure that's on really nice and tight. He has a pretty cool gimmick. If you press this big red button where it says Lightyear, his wings do deploy from behind. How cool is that? Then to tuck them underneath, you just fold in the wings and you fold them down just like that. So it's pretty easy. So the three buttons you see in front of you, the blue, green, and red, are his voice samplers. So let's press them and see what he says.
"I'm on a special mission, codenamed Operation Space Rescue.
You can pretty much press it and he says different sayings. You can press the same button.
Will you join me in the fight against the evil Emperor Zurg? A Space Ranger is always ready for action. Come on, let's go.
Then you can press the green one.
Buzz Lightyear, to the rescue.
If you want to make it more interesting, you can actually deploy the wings too.
I am Buzz Lightyear, Power Blaster Protection Unit. The evil Emperor Zurg has stolen Star Command's top-secret hyperdrive spacesuit. I'm on a special mission to find it and bring it back.
How cool is that?
To infinity and beyond! I am Buzz Lightyear, Power Blaster Protection Unit.
So let's go over some of the movements of the figure. His head, for one, is stationary, so it really can't move. But his helmet is retractable, so you can move his helmet down, or if you don't like it that way, you can easily just put it back up. So that's pretty cool. Both sides of his arms can go all the way up, and that's as far as really it's gonna go, and can go all the way down, and you get some movement in the elbow joints. So that's pretty cool. And his fingers are also articulated. How cool is that? You can move them back and forth. And his legs are also movable. You can move them from back and forth, as well as side to side. And you also get the ratcheted joint in the knee area. So that's pretty cool. And just a matter of making him stand the way you want him to. One thing I forgot to mention, his feet are also posable. So to plug the power blaster with cable jack, there's a small hole. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll give you guys a closer look. The cable jack for the power blaster is actually right there. So to plug the power blaster with cable jack, and this is where it gets kind of interesting, just kind of move the arm up out of the way and take the power blaster and the cable jack and plug it in right along the side here.
Be careful. This power blaster is very sensitive.
And then you just
Properly trained space rangers are authorized to use it, like me.
And then you just take the power blaster and you can just plug it in his hand like that. So that looks pretty cool. So if you press the laser button up on his shoulder up here, and you get some laser noises. Check this out. Pretty much does the same thing as you keep pressing it. So with the quantum energy shield, like I said earlier, you can actually make him hold the shield. There's the handle right here, and all you really have to do is just fold the handle out, slide his fingers in between the handlebar right there, and I'll show you how to do that. Just take his fingers and slide it in like that, and fold it, and he actually holds it quite well. But he is just a little bit heavy, so you kind of have to lean him back just a bit so he stands really, really well. And just kind of balance him out like that. So that's pretty cool as well. So let's take a closer look at Buzz Lightyear. You guys can check out how awesome he is. One last thing I want to show you with Buzz Lightyear. With the quantum energy shield, you can actually peg it in on the back. Just take the handle, fold the handle in, and there's actually 3 pegs. There's one right there, one here, and there's a white one right there. And on the back of Buzz Lightyear, there's 3 peg holes, one there, and there's one right there. You just want to take it and line it up. And once you get everything lined up, if I can do this, just give it a good press until you hear it snap into place.
Will you join me in the fight against the evil Emperor, sir? Like
that. And he is kind of back heavy a little bit, so you kind of have to lean him forward just a bit if he'll stay. And with the power blaster, you can take the cord, and there's actually a hole right there. Take the cord and plug it in. And lastly, there's 2 peg holes. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a peg hole there, and there's one right there. And there's 2 pegs on the back of the power blaster, and you plug that in there just like that. And again, he may be a little back heavy, but you may have to lean him forward just to make him stay. So that's how you want that to be. So this is Mike Mouse 74, and this is Walt Disney Toy Reviews with Disney's Toy Story Power Blaster Buzz Lightyear talking action figure.
Buzz Lightyear, to the rescue!
Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, support the mouse. Stay tuned for more reviews to come, guys. Up next on Walt Disney Toy Reviews, we're going to take a look at a little Kinder Surprise. These are the new series Disney's Pixar Cars Milk Chocolate with Surprise Toys. Stay tuned, guys.